Good morning, students. This is the second video in chemistry, chapter first, matter in our surrounding, right? So in previous lecture, we have studied about the topics which we have to study in this chapter. Whatever I have taught you, that your flowchart you have to make in your copy. Now today's topic is about the particulate nature of matter. As I have already told you that what is matter? Anything which occupies space and have mass, that is known as matter. And many examples I have given you. And matter is made up of the 5 basic elements, right? That will be water, earth, sky, right? So these are the elements which matter is made up of. Now next topic is about the characteristics particles of matter, right? Characteristics particles of matter. So in previous lecture I have explained you about the first activity, that is the how small are the particles. Okay, how small are the particles? Particles are very small. So one activity is given in your book, page number 2, and that diagram I have made here. You have to also make it in your copy. Now look at here. Take a beaker and add 100 ml of water. Okay. Take a beaker and add 100 ml of water. Okay. Now next step is about the add 2-3 crystals of potassium permanganate. Right. Potassium permanganate. Formula is KMnO4. Right? So 2-3 crystals of potassium permanganate you have to add it. And next step is about the second. Just you take 10 ml of this solution into the other beaker. Right? You will observe as I will explain you that potassium permanganate is pink in color. Okay, potassium permanganate is pink in color. So with every dilution through the color becomes light. Okay, with every dilution through the color becomes light as it is still visible. And this experiment shows that just a few crystals of potassium permanganate can color a large volume of water, right? So we concluded that there must be millions of tiny particles in just one crystal of potassium permanganate, right? Which keeps on dilution. So every dilution through the color becomes light. So by this experiment, it is concluded that particles of matter are very small. Right, students? Now second characteristics of particles of matter. Second is the particles of matter have space between them. Okay? Particles of matter have space between them. How this we can understand? This also we will understand by the activity. That activity is page number second. Particles of matter have space between them. As I have in the previous lecture I have told you that activity 1.1 and 1.2. What is the activity is? Student, that activity I told you that take a beaker and add 10 ml of water, right? And then add few crystals of sugar and salt. Then you will observe that the particles of salt or sugar can intermingle with the particles of water, right? So this experiment is also given in your book, figure 1.1, right? And from that experiment we will understand that Particles of matter have space between them. As you just dissolve the crystals of salt and sugar with the particles of water, you will observe that there is a space in the particles of water, right? There is a space in the particles of water so that it can just mix with each other. By this experiment, it is concluded that particles of matter have space between them, right? This is the second characteristics of particles of matter that you understand, all of you. Now next is about the particles of matter attract with each other. Okay, particles of matter attract with each other. How they attract with each other? By the cohesive force. Okay, there is a cohesive force so that they can attract with each other, and it depends upon the nature of the particles of matter. This is also given in your book. Particles of matter attract with each other. Activity 1.6, very easy activity it is given, or 1.7 you will see that take a iron nail, right? Take a iron nail, a piece of chalk and rubber band. Just stretches. Try to break them by hammering. Try to break them by hammering. You will break it. So, what do you observe that? You will observe that particles of matter have space between them because of the force, cohesive force. Okay, the strength of these force of attraction varies from one kind of particles to another, right? So this is the second one, particles of matter attract with each other. Now third one is the particles of matter are continuous in motion. Now how you can understand this continuous in motion? For example, I will take one incense stick. Okay, take one incense stick, just ignite it and kept at one corner of your class. Okay, kept at one corner of your class. Now what do you observe? You will observe that the fumes of stick is coming towards you or all over around us, all over around us. So by this experiment, it is concluded that particles of matter are in continuous motion, right, which are separated by each other by the interparticle spaces, right? One important point is about the diffusion. The diffusion, what is diffusion? As you know that intermixing of particles of different types of matter. Intermixing of particles of different types of matter. Intermixing of particles of different types of matter. Of different types of matter is known as diffusion. Got my point? So diffusion is important. Intermixing of particles of different types of matter means it will just mix like fumes of fumes of a stick. Okay, so what we have studied, characteristics of particles of matter. Number one is particles of matter are very small. Second point, particles of matter have space between them. Third, particles of matter attract with each other, right? First I am going to write here particles of matter are very small, right? Second, now third one is particles of matter attract with each other, and last is the particles of matter are continuous motion, right? So these are the characteristics of particles of matter that you have to understand, and by the activity it is all I have explained you. Now next turn we will study about the states of matter, right? Okay students, thank you so much to all of you.